there. Sherino pushes a rebound attempt wide. Sam Ide out of nowhere just reaching to hold the zone, sent it in, and it squirted through Tyler Masternak. Far side, Stout with it now. This is Matt Fladell on the near side. We've got a lot of pointers that have been out here a long time that are out of gas here. They'll get a change. Much needed. Connor Witherspoon right up Main Street here. He'll come to center ice. Witherspoon accelerates, carries it in, walks, leaves it to Fader. Fires a shot. Masternak a save. Rebound loose. They jam at the rebound to the side of the net. Masternak down and out. Pointers can't convert. Now they'll go side of the net. Witherspoon, now he'll come in, fire a backhander. Tried to get it to Jordan Fader. Now Witherspoon again behind the net to the near corner. 7:15 to go here in the first. Around it goes. Stout able to clear it out. Gunrowski back to get it for Stevens Point. Around it is. Gunrowski behind his own net now. Ahead, turned it over, a terrible turnover. Then he fires a pass for whatever reason instead of taking a shot. Thank you. Jake Tice back the other way. Tice looks to send it deep, just under 7 minutes to go here in the first. Fader behind the net to Tice, tries to center, bumped off the play to the near corner. Fader coming off on a change. Wilson Northey behind the net will pick it up. He squirts it to Humberstone on the near side. Humberstone wires a shot under the glove of Masternak. Now at the point, David Hill with a shot. That's deflected by the Blue Devils. Pointers get to it, hold it in. Moline on the far side. Moline right front, redirected, went wide. Wilson Northey set up right in front of the net. Masternak, I think, got a piece of it. Northey behind the net, slowed down by Boyce. Far side, Harrison Stewart. He'll gather it, leaves it near side, Humberstone. Back to Hill. Hill wire a shot, just missed the upper corner. Stewart to the far side, takes a licking, but holds the zone. Now it's Northey in the far corner. He's muscled here by Boyce, as Boyce goes pounding in there. And Cody Moline after it now. Pointer's still after it. Stout will get it. Kobe Keller can't clear it. Harrison Stewart holds it in. Stewart comes walking in, looks to center, comes around. Nobody home. So Stewart will come all the way out. Now leaves it near side for Anderson. Now they get it back out high. Harrison Stewart, far side. One-timer, Humberstone. Shot, a save, and a rebound. Oh, the referee lost sight of it. And we'll get a whistle, and the penalty boxes after the matching majors are empty. 5:57 to go here in the first.
Goodness, Tom, the Pointers forecheck is rolling, and it just all starts with effort, right? They're winning 50-50 puck battles along the boards and just outworking the Blue Devils right now, and they are on the verge of tallying the first goal here in this hockey game. Just great effort by Stevens Point here.
Off the face-off out high, here's Dawson Sherino, a backhander behind the net. That goes high.
Oh, goodness.
Ide with it. Now back to Sherino on the near side, who's covering the point here. And it flips up and out of play. We get a whistle. 5:36 to go here in the first.
I was talking with former assistant coach Ethan Strong today, and he called Dawson Sherino a flea in a hot frying pan. he was one of the coaches that went down and visited him during the recruiting process. A flea in a hot frying pan.
I am hearing rumors that our audio issues on the video have been repaired. So if you're listening on the Mixler app, we'd love to have you stick around, but back up on the YouTube channel. Now long pass, here's Puliasin. He'll chip it in deep. He'll get there first behind the net. Looks to center. Around to Fletcher Anderson. He'll wave at one. That waffles wide. Far side, Evan Junker, a big shoulder there. Couldn't hold the zone. Pulias back to get it. Here's Aromatario ahead. And Sherino will chip it in the zone onside. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Here's Stout back the other way. Cullen Dayakawa behind the net. Tried to shove it in front of the net. Sean Bunting back out there to pick him up. And behind the net, Stout wraps it around. Jordan Fader just out of his reach on the far side. No way Perez sends it back in offsides. That allows Evan Junker to get it. Here comes Junker. He'll go to the far side. Halverson ahead. Jordan Fader gets it deep. Connor Witherspoon to the far side. He evades a defender, gets it to Bunting. Loose. Stout, good job to break it back out, but then intercepted. Jordan Fader with a backhander. Witherspoon behind the net. He was looking to center, but he's thumped. Now Fader gets it. He wanted a wraparound at a backhand, but it rolled off his stick. Back the other way comes Stout, center ice near side. Humberstone, a good job to pick that free. Now it is Witherspoon getting a piece of it. Stout will gulp it ahead, but it's Harrison Stewart cycling at the blue line. Just got through Cody Moline. Stout ahead. They will send it in. It rattles off the linesman. Humberstone will corral that for Stevens Point. He's shoved head first into the boards, but bounces off and keeps it going. Now a turnover. Stout with it. Watch out here. Surrey with a shot. And a bouncing puck. Ryan Wagner with the save. Rebound loose. Oh, pinballs through again. Isaac Moberg kept it out of the net. Oh, Pointers dodge a bullet here. Moberg out after it, trying to force it out. Stout sends it right back behind the net. A goal mouse scramble there, and now it's Humberstone with it. Humberstone ahead. Isaac Moberg gets across the red line. He's hammered. Watch out here. Dylan Rallis on a breakaway. Firing a shot. Save made. Rebound turned aside. Now they throw it in front again. Jammed that again. Back to get it. Rallis again. He'll turn. Fires a shot. Wagner never saw it. It went over the net. Scorched free, and Wagner will cover.
Well, there he is, the senior goaltender. Working hard and being aggressive up at the top of his crease, making a couple sprawling saves as the Blue Devils, with their first real push of this hockey game, tries to take the lead. Pointer defense did a nice job of clearing things out as well. We'll get a defensive zone faceoff with 3:24 remaining in the first period. We're tied, and it's 0-0.
First big push here from the Blue Devils. All right, Sam Ide now for Stevens Point. Up far side, Matthew Falls. Falls rubbed out, but got it deep. Wilson Northey just missed it. Bermanis with it. Stevens Point was off sides here, and they didn't blow it dead. Comes back out, Alex Steckert, will flip it deep. Stuckert. Bermanis tied up near side. Gunnar Moore with a nice job to hold the zone. Cleared out. Watch out here. Bermanis coming in, firing a shot. Save made by Wagner, and then he runs the goaltender.
Yep.
Penalty call coming up here. Now, if you're Stevens Point, keep your head about you here.
Right.
You'll get a power play coming here, and Ryan Wagner says, not my house, friend.
Yep, and that's Bermanis' second penalty in a row, Tom. And, he can complain to the officials all he wants, but what's the difference between that and what the Pointers got a goaltending interference call last night about? Bermanis will go to the box, and the Pointers off to their second power play of the period. 2:52 to go. Skyward power play for Stevens Point.
Gotta make them pay here. Bermanis off for goaltender interference. Second skyward power play of the night for Stevens Point. Andrew Pulias, Dawson Chirino, Jordan Fader out there with Mick Hennigan and Fletcher Anderson on this skyward power play. Off the face-off, Chirino reaching for it, gets it back up high to Anderson. Anderson to Chirino in the far face-off circle, far corner to Fader. Fader tried to set it up, now fakes a pass. Instead, holds it up and drags it back to himself in the far corner. Now comes to Dawson Chirino. It's poked free, and a nifty job here by the Pointers to keep it going. Here's Chirino. Now they come back near side. Pulias couldn't handle it. Comes back to the middle. Comes wide shot. Oh, blocked there by the Blue Devils. And now it's Hennigan on the far side holds it in. Fletcher Anderson, deep. Fader in the far corner. Fader back up top to Anderson. Minute 25 on the power play. Hennigan holds. Now back far side. Fletcher Anderson. Anderson with a shot. That's blocked by Stout. Comes up high to the near side. Pulias after it. Hennigan on the near side. Chip free. Anderson's got a hustle. Here comes Kobe Keller shorthanded. Anderson going to get there first. And Keller ties his stick up. That allows Hennigan to pick it up. And then Hennigan blows a tire here. Oh, what a nifty job to get it to Fletcher Anderson. Hennigan chirps at the referee on the way by after being tripped up. Fader brings it in, dumps it to the far corner to Chirino, but the Pointers are offsides. 50 seconds remaining in the skyward power play. A minute 40 to go here in the first period. Long range shot in by Stout behind the net. Here's Evan Junker. Off to the races, squirts it ahead just out of the reach of Bunting. Stout sends it back the other way. Second time on the kill here tonight, Sean, and Stout's been pretty good on both of them. Now back to the middle. Here's Matthew Falls in. And a late whistle and an offsides. Minute 20 to go in the period. 28 seconds remaining in the power play for Stevens Point. All right, face-off will come just outside the Stout blue line on the far side. Well, if you're Stout, Sean, this is a pretty good opening 18 and a half minutes on the road. Well, facing elimination.
Especially right before you took that penalty, Tom. You were really pushing the Pointers with a couple shifts in a row.
Matario ahead. Matthew Falls just missed that one. He'll now go to the far corner. They'll squirt it out. Junker holds it in. Good job to pin it there, and then waits for a defender to come and gets help from Witherspoon. Still loose now, giving a rough ride Junker, but he subbed it up now. Pile up in the far corner. Minute to go in the period. Now Matthew Falls in here, and now
Just got to get out of there.
Collision, and we'll get a whistle. I think the puck ended up underneath Nick Gonrowski in the far corner.
Yeah, Matthew Falls took a hard hit in the near corner as well, Tom. Right before that play, he got back up and got back into the scrum, and they took another one, and then still talking back and forth.
You just got to get back to your bench here.
Boyce has lots to say. We saw this last week with the Blue Devils when things got chippy with the Falcons. Things came a little bit unglued. You want to just stay out of that. They're going to try to bait the Pointers into some power plays tonight. Got to just be heady about yourself.
All right, Stout lifts it nicely up, but not into the roof. And final seconds tick away. Humberstone with it. Puts the brakes on. We'll set up the breakout. 45 seconds to go in the first. Far side. Now they zip it back with speed. Here's David Hill. Pocket pick by Beckstead and a nifty forecheck in on the near side. Looked like it was offsides, but they'll play on. Near side lifted up, but not out. Now Jabamani with a shot to the side of the net. Beckstead again trying to throw it out in front of the net, but Harrison Stewart in his back pocket. And now hammers him into the near corner to free it up. Shot to the side of the net, redirected wide. Might have got a piece of Ryan Wagner. Now far corner, 11 seconds to go. Right now you just want to get out of here. Level up, Humberstone with it, whiffs on it. Watch out here, Beckstead rolling around, leaves it back out high. Held in near side, 8 seconds to go. Jabamani with a shot. That's redirected, hit a defender, cleared out far side. That'll do it for period one. Stout with a long range shot here, but that will do it. Tell you what, that's pretty spirited first period.
Yeah, expect
by
nothing
both
less,
these two
right?
teams.
Yeah, both teams really coming after it. The Blue Devils able to get some good shifts in the last 7-8 minutes of the period. And the Pointers, great job getting the puck possession game going. And we'll go to the second 20 minutes, tied at 0. Good road period for the Blue Devils if you're looking to stay in this hockey game.
That it is. And if you're Stout, you got to love that first period.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Coming in, and we'll get it here in a sec. But Stevens Point, going to outshoot Stout 14-13. And that was a man's first period, I guess, to put it best, huh? As we'll see. So, as we are joined by Pointers assistant coach Brian Crom, and it's a pretty spirited first 20 minutes between these two sides, eh?
Yeah, it was good on both sides. Yep.
Yeah,
both
good pace, and you didn't have much. You didn't get success on the scoreboard, but I thought you did a lot of good things in that first period.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff, but they had a good push too, so it was a little bit of back and forth that period.
Discipline's going to be huge here. You want to keep this game 5-on-5 for the next 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, for sure. We got to stay out of the box. Yep.
All right. If you're going to get things tilted in your favor here with the long change, where does it start?
I think it starts with our offensive zone forecheck. I mean, if we're up and aggressive, we can maintain plays and not let them get out, and then we can get our changes. But for sure, it's putting in pucks into areas where we can go get it, putting into pucks where we can get possession and then keep it in there.
I think the other thing is you had a couple scrambles around your net. Wags made a couple saves. Fellas good with coverage. Bad bounce here or there, crazy thing that ends up in your net. You managed to avoid that, and that was key.
Yeah, for sure. Bend, don't break, right? That's the saying there. So.
Absolutely. Pretty fun house here tonight, huh?
Yeah. It's going. Yeah.
It's going. All right, Coach, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
All right, Pointer assistant coach Brian Crom here. Stevens Point and Stout are scoreless after 20 minutes. We'll take a break. Come back, get your recap. We got a boatload of scores, a virtual boatload of scores to get you as other tournament action going on. Stevens Point and Stout scoreless after 1 here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer, and if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. It's our first intermission. No score through 20 minutes here. Shots on goal 14-12 officially is what things end up. So 12 saves for Ryan Wagner, 14 saves for Tyler Masternak. And Sean, I thought really a big turning point in that first period came at the 6:44 mark. Sean Bunting drilled Max Teckel from behind and was sending the Blue Devils on a major power play, but Noe Perez with the automatic major for face masking as he grabbed the helmet.
Yes.
And even that thing up. After that, the Pointers have had a couple of cracks on the power play here. 0 for 2, only one shot on goal so far for the Pointers.
Yeah, the Pointer power play could use a little jump start, but man, you really like the play of the Pointers 5-on-5, and Stout definitely made some adjustments and did a nice job of taking to Stevens Point, but just a good hard-fought period of hockey. I think everybody on both sides.
Everybody battling for every inch there, that's for sure. Stevens Point, Sean, 53% of the faceoffs, so that's a couple ticks up from what they did last night, and we'll look to get that going here. So, it is Stevens Point. I don't know, I think really not a whole lot of quality chances from either team.
Yeah, I mean, besides a couple scrambles in front, but the defensive cores for both teams did a nice job of boxing things out and clearing the puck out. It'll be interesting how the neutral zone, Stout made some adjustments to get some offense going and some more time and space going through the neutral zone, which created some offense for them. So at adjustment time, you look at scoring by period here, the Pointers, this is their, besides the third period, they're outscoring their opponents 31-17 in the second period, but the Blue Devils, this is their best period by far coming up here in the middle stanza. 42, they're outscoring their opponents this year 42-26. So an absolute big 20 minutes on hand here as the Pointers and the Blue Devils will go at it here.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We got scores aplenty. Here we're scoreless at Willett Arena. We'll come back to tell you about the other games in just a minute here on the Pointers Sports Network.
UWSP Athletics partners with BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Pointers and BSN would like to thank all the coaches on and off the field. While BSN Sports is the best at equipping athletes, coaches are the best at equipping lives, and that's the real final score. Learn more at bsnsports.com.
Bring home incredible internet, TV, and phone services with TDS Fiber. Register now at tdsfiber.com/radio. Enjoy cyber-spacious internet speeds up to 1 gig at your home or business. Plus, change the way you watch TV with our whole home DVR. Can't get that with cable. Powerful internet, premium services. Go to tdsfiber.com/radio to register, learn about bonus offers, and more. TDS Fiber available in certain areas. See website for details.
UWSP Athletics would like to thank Century World, a valued sponsor of Pointers Athletics. Nestled in the heart of central Wisconsin, Century World is a great place to hold your next event. With breathtaking facilities coupled with a wide variety of packages and amenities to deliver an exceptional experience, and with an award-winning 18-hole golf course with rolling greens to the famous Flower Hole, Century World consistently ranks as one of the best destination golf courses in the nation. For more information, visit centuryworld.com. WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Quick Trip, a proud sponsor of the WIAC Athlete of the Week program. Stop by Quick Trip for healthy snacks from the fresh case, fully stocked with fruits, yogurt, salads, and sandwiches. Quickery Bake Shop breads, bagels, donuts, muffins, and cookies are made fresh from scratch every day in their own bakery in La Crosse. And Quick Rewards is Quick Trip's loyalty program. Check out quickrewards.com for more information. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, a proud sponsor of the WIAC.
All right, back here at KB Willering and Stevens. This place is jammed.
It's great. It's a great crowd.
Another great crowd is packed in here and scoreless through 20 minutes. All right, other games. Sean, we neglected to mention here before or after we went off the air last night, the crazy one in Eau Claire went final as, let's see here, Superior scored 3 in the third to tie things up at 5. Dawson Klein, a minute 56 into overtime. Just a wiring shot from the blue line that got through a bunch of traffic. Miles Hector, the Yellow Jacket goaltender, never saw it. And the Blue Golds continue their strong run. The other news is Eau Claire now up to 11th in the pairwise. It's now Stevens Point 10 and 11 here.
Yep, right behind them.
WIAC a 2-bid league.
Well,
who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Some weird stuff going on out east. That could be a possibility.
All right, other games in the MIAC last night. Number 5 St. Olaf on the road scores 2 in the second, 2 in the third to beat Concordia Moorhead. Concordia, Minnesota, 4-3, so they will advance to play the regular season champion St. Scholastica. That game will be tomorrow night. That was a schedule that was set off by the weather. St. John's, the 3 seed, is at the number 2 seed Augsburg. That game scoreless after 20 minutes in Minneapolis. NCHA, number 1 seed Adrian, a 3-1 lead over Trine. And St. Norbert, the 3 seed on the road at number 2 Aurora, a 2-0 lead for the Green Knights on the road, as we will see what happens there as we'll monitor that. Out east, some craziness today. Let's start in the NESCAC, which is the New England Small College Athletic Conference. Ho-Hum, the number 8 seed Williams, trailed 3-0 with 12 minutes to go in the game. They end up scoring 4 straight, including the game winner with 50 seconds to go as Williams upsets the number 1 seed Wesleyan. Bowdoin scored a goal in the final minute, the 7 seed in overtime. I should say scored a goal late and then scored in overtime to beat Trinity 2-1 in overtime this afternoon. And the number 5 seed Colby beats the number 4 seed Hamilton 3-2. And it is Tufts and Amherst they're tied at 1 late. So Amherst, if they win that, they will host the Final Four for the NESCAC as the 3 seed next week. Otherwise, it's going to be, the 5 seed Colby has a chance to hold it. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, in the SUNYAC, these are both good news for the Pointers here. The number 2 seed Plattsburgh beats Geneseo 2-1. That's a final. Plattsburgh right ahead of the Pointers in the pairwise rankings. And the number 1 seed Oswego leading Buffalo State 3-0, and that game was late, right? I take that back.
They're going into the third period.
They're going into the third period, so it's 2-1 Plattsburgh after
both
2.
Games. Yep.
3-0 Oswego. Okay, there we go. So those games coming on. The USHC, no problem with number 1 Utica. They throttle Manhattanville 9-0. They'll take on Nazareth as Nazareth beats Stevenson 4-2. The MASCAC, another schedule offset by the weather. They did the quarterfinals today. The 6 seed Salem State kept on the upset brigade, beating 3rd seeded Fitchburg State, and the number 4 seed Westfield State beats UMass Dartmouth 5-3. So it's the 4 seed Westfield at number 1 seed Plymouth State on Tuesday, and it's Salem State, the 6 seed, at the number 2 seed Worcester State. Again, those semifinal games on Tuesday. They'll play the championship game on Saturday. In the Commonwealth Coast Conference, it is the number 2 seed Curry, a 5-1 win over the University of New England. That's good news for the Pointers from a pairwise perspective, because the University of New England right ahead of the Pointers as well. And Endicott in a crazy game. They scored 3 goals in the final 6:15 of the game, including 2 30 seconds apart with about 2 minutes to go, as Endicott, the number 1 seed, holds off the upset bid from Salve Regina 5-4. And I know both of us watched a bit of that game today. That thing was nuts.
That game was absolutely crazy.
All right, and then in the New England Hockey Conference, number 1 seed Hobart leading the 5th seed Skidmore 4-0. And the other one to keep an eye on here, The number 3 seed Babson, a 2-0 lead over the number 2 seed Norwich. Norwich, another team right near the Pointers in the pairwise as well. So, got to get some help. Obviously, Sean, your mindset's got to be 2 wins gets you in the tournament.
Correct.
But, we'll see how things hold. I don't think the Pointers have the strength of schedule wins that they've had in past years to count anything out. And, you just got to drive the truck right straight through an automatic bid.
I agree.
Make sure you get in there.
Just win, baby,
We'll
right?
Yep. That we will. So that is how things go. Other thing, WIAC women's tournament today. It is River Falls. Sean, they outshot Northland 100-10.
Come on.
And won 9-1 this afternoon.
Oh, goodness.
Pointer season comes to an end as Eau Claire, for the second day in a row, beats them 2-0. And again, gave up a second period goal and an empty netter toward the end, just like yesterday. Olivia Schultz today makes 47 saves. She surpassed 3,000 career saves over the weekend for the Pointers as their season comes to an end at 12-14-1. So let's see here. 7th straight year that River Falls and Eau Claire will tangle for the O'Brien Cup. And it'll be 2 o'clock on Saturday. River Falls has won 7 tourney titles. Eau Claire has won 2. Stevens Point appeared in the first 3 title games.
Yes, it did. Yep.
So there you go. And in case you're scoring at home, men's basketball championship games tomorrow.
Okay.
3 seed Whitewater at the 1 seed Oshkosh on the men's side. Women's side, 3 seed Eau Claire at the 1 seed Whitewater. So 1 and 3. A couple of upsets there. So got some teams on some nervous energy here
Waiting
to see
for
if they
the
get automatic
shows,
bids.
right?
We'll see.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Second period action. Stevens Point and Stout scoreless after 1. Second period coming up next on the Pointer Sports Network.
Cousins Subs is coming bigger and better to Stevens Point. This March, Cousins will be moving to a new location at 111 North Division Street with a fresh look that includes a drive-thru. Whether it's a grilled-to-order cheesesteak, Wisconsin cheese curds, or a party box of subs, Cousins has something for every occasion. Order online at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins Subs mobile app. Cousins Subs, believe in better.
Sport Clips Haircuts has an app. Download the app. Upgrade your experience.
All right, people, bring it in. The Sport Clips app. Use it to check in, track your arrival time, get heads-up alerts. Why is that important?
Because guys don't like to wait.
That's right, Alicia. Convenience.
The Sport Clips app. If it were any more convenient, it would cut your hair. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Opt-in required. Message and data fees may apply.
Visit your local Festival Foods today. Pick up a sweet treat from their Scratch Bakery, your favorite decadent entree from their savory meat department, or fresh produce to feed your body from their Days Fresher Produce Department. Festival Foods is a proud community partner and sponsor of UW-Stevens Point Athletics.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Culver, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service, get your car done right.
Hi, we're back here at Willett Arena. Both teams heading back out here, and boy, I think the start of this second period here, Sean, I don't mean to be overly simple, but huge.
Huge, yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
All right. Want to come out. Stevens Point got the 4-2 win last night. And now you put Tyler Masternak down into the teeth of the student section here. Let's see where things go. What'd you notice that Babson had increased their lead to 3-0?
Yep, with 7 minutes to go-ish.
So if you look at things here, Sean, University of New England is 8.
Gone.
They're out. Norwich is 9.
Gone. Well,
on the ropes.
On the verge of being gone, yes.
So we'll see. So those are the kind of things you keep an eye on.
Wesleyan is also out.
Yep. And they are 13th. So we'll see. So the NESCAC, a one-bid league, no doubt about it here
100%.
now. All right, off the draw. Here we go. Second period action. Jake Tice kicks it free, and then just out of his reach, Stuckert back to get it. And He will poke it back in the other direction. Fader intercepts it again. Tice with a backhander ahead. That's broken up again here by the Blue Devils. And Pointers will dump it in. It goes up into the net and get out of play, and we'll get a whistle. John, you don't surprise St. Norbert to lead at Aurora?
No.
Not at all.
Nope. After watching them play Marion last weekend, they figured it out. They've picked whatever they've done. They figured it out. They got their defensive handcuffs back on to get some pretty good goaltending, and
I haven't watched
their scores are scored.
I haven't watched Aurora a whole lot, but they're your classic running gunners.
Yes.
That St. Norbert could strangle the life out of.
Right. And who had a hot goaltender in the first half of the
here's
season?
Matt Dahlside coming in. Nifty play here. Good recovery by Mick Hennigan to block a shot and go wide as a pinballing puck almost an odd man rush back the other way. Stout now on the far side. Pile up there. They'll zip a shot through. That's deflected. Goes up high to the near corner. Heidi bumped near side by Jake Tice as they scrum forward in the near corner. They'll throw it around and down coming in, and they tried to load a one-timer there to Matt Dahlside, and he whiffed on that, and it comes all the way back into the Stout end. Tice after it again. Puck loose in the far corner. Sherino after it. Kobe Keller turned it over right to Andrew Poulias. Poulias draws a defender and then ahead to Fletcher Anderson on the near side. Anderson centering pass. Poulias near side Anderson. Back around to the far side. Humberstone hustling. Kobe Keller wins that foot race. Pointers get a stick on it. Sherino bombs his way through there. Can't come away with it. Humberstone awkwardly goes into the far boards but hops right back to his feet. Tried to reach and get it with the glove, but couldn't. Stout now with it. Red line on the far side. Peyton Hart ahead to Keller. Cleared out. Here's Anderson back the other way. Just out of the reach of Sherino. They'll call it good onside. Sherino weaves his way through some traffic. Stout will get it back again. Near side. Squirts out high. Here's a turnover. Stewart shoves it far side to Aromatario. He'll get his way to the red line. Dumps it into the near corner. That'll get an applause from the Pointer bench here, I think. They were not too hip on a couple of icing calls and offside calls last night. Anderson flips it deep. Aromatario first to get there in the far corner. He'll accelerate, go behind the net, and then ran into Brendan Boyce. You've been impressed by big number 27 for Stout here. Now Matthew Falls walks him though, comes right in, fires a shot, went just wide. Matthew Falls looking for his first as a Pointer. Near side, Pointers bounce it out again, but Stout in transition. Romatario back to the middle, Falls cuts behind Bunting. Matthew Falls again finding a gear. He'll get to the far corner, pokes it for Wilson Northey behind the net, out high to Junker. He'll fire a one-timer. That's intercepted in the 3-on-2 back the other way for Stout. Cullen Diakawa to Canet on the near side, goes back far side, tip free. Here's Matthew Falls 2-on-1 with Wilson Northey. Goes ahead, and what do we have?
Penalty behind the play
on Evan Junker. An interference call on Evan Junker is going to send Stout to the power play. Oh, man. That is, that's a tough penalty to take there, Sean. You just can't do that. I love the kid's speed.
I love his effort.
But
he's got a motor that won't quit. But sometimes it just gets a little unglued. The youngster. Yes, loose. Loose is a real good word for it.
17:22 to go here in the second. We're scoreless. Stevens point to the penalty kill here. Is this Stout's first power play of the night?
Yes, we'll get to their numbers in a second.
Boyce out high, near side. Into the near corner. Of course, they scored a power play goal and a rebound by Kobe Keller last night. Boyce, far side again. Diakawa, back to Boyce. He'll fake it. Now hold it back. Isaac Moberg surveys him up. Back to the near side. Shot coming through that goes back door. Pinballs, where'd it come? It comes out of the zone here on the near side, and Boyce unable to hold it. That hit a defender in front of the net, went straight up in the air. Now Moberg, a nice job at center ice to get it, and he'll send it deep. And Andrew Poulias, David Hill off the bench for the Pointers. Ide and Hennigan, the two defenders out here on the penalty kill. They try to walk through there. Hennigan broke it up. Nobody knows where it is. Pointers can't clear it out. Held in by Rallis on the far side. Hill cycling. Rallis, far corner. Cullen Diakawa. Now into the middle. Shot fired wide. Rebound attempt off the side of the net. Wagner held strong with the paddle on the ice. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Now here's Beckstead with it. Near side. Now they bring it out high. Heidi walks along the blue line with it. Brings it to the point. Fakes the shot. Now sets it up far side to Diakawa. That's taken away. Pointers hammer at the length of the ice. Sean, do Peyton Hart and Dylan Rallis remind you a little bit about the run and gun Blue Devils of when they were making the NCAA tournament under Terry Watkins? Remember that? Now shot fired, shouldered by Ryan Wagner, straight up in the air. It goes into the near corner. Romatario eats it up there. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Was it Scott Moats and Joel Goldrup? Oh, man, they were flying there. Now Romatario with a shot block there off the far side, held in. Gunnar Moore. Near side, Gunrowski. And Trent and Heidi now with a shot up and then what is it? I think I saw in my Facebook feed the anniversary of the mini game.
Oh, good.
In Stout, what was it? Travis Erstad in overtime and regulation of game 2 to get a win, and then Johnny Mio in the mini game in overtime.
We lost
the Pointers under Will Mickle got to the NCHA championship game.
Yes,
right?
We lost our minds in that. That was fun. That was the last time the Blue Devils and the Pointers played each other in the playoffs.
It was back. It was before the WIAC broke off.
NCHA days. Yep.
And then the Pointers proceeded to get throttled at St. Norbert.
Tim Coughlin and his bunch restored order to the NCHA
very
quickly.
All right, Pointers back at full strength. Chirino out of the penalty box here. He's going to win it to the dots. He'll go behind the net, looks to center it. Hustle play here by Chirino. Can we get a chance out of it? But then he had his pocket pick nicely. Caleb Sura with a nice job, but he sends it to link to the ice whistle and an icing call here with 15:07 to go.
That faceoff will come back down. 4-0 now, Babson, Tom, over in Norwich. Closing into the final 2 minutes out east in Vermont.
Didn't see that coming.
That is a biggie in the world of the pairwise.
Yeah. All right. Still scoreless here as we look for our first marker. Stout trying to clear it out. Glove down here. Back toward the middle. Just out of the reach of Matt Fladell. He'll get to it in front of Harrison Stewart on the far side. Stout with it. Going to try to slide it out to the point to Boyce. They do. Boyce. Fletcher Anderson forced him wide. They'll bring it near side. Here's Heidi. He'll fire a shot. Pinballing in front shot. Oh, Ryan Wagner fought it off and then a rebound chance. Got a piece of it with the glove. Fletcher Anderson. Boy, we got broken sticks all over the place out there. Anderson rubbed out far side, and then a big hit here. Stout carries it in, connect to the far side. It is Diakawa to the front of the net. They couldn't do it. Good reach here by the Pointers. Brett Humberstone. He'll pull it back and get it to Harrison Stewart, who will restore order. Out of the reach of Chirino, kicked ahead. Here's Humberstone with it. Back the other way, Fletcher Anderson ahead. Anderson up. Chirino, red line on the far side. Witherspoon will pick that free. Witherspoon is rocked off the play, kept up with it. Far boards, Anderson in to help out with that. Trying to get it to Chirino ahead, but Stout, all kinds of traffic here. Anderson down again. Chirino chases after it to the near corner. Boyce turns it over. Chirino tries to carve it out in front of the net, but it ricochets off a defender and comes all the way back out. Now here's Wilson Northey, bumped off, does a good job to keep control of the puck. Back to Sam Ide, he'll slide it ahead. Bunting back up to the middle, just out of the reach. Northey keeps it going in the right direction. Far corner he goes. Now Matthew Falls behind the net to the near corner. Ide pinching in on the near side. He'll get it deep once again. Boyce with it, lifts it up, and it goes out of play. We'll get a whistle. 13:33 to go here in the second period. We're still scoreless.
Going to face off in the offensive zone. Everybody below us okay? For the crowd, this big crowd. Again, the Pointers leading the West in attendance through the regular season and looking to step it up for the playoffs as well. Good crowd last night, great crowd tonight.
All right, face off to the left side here of Tyler Masternak. Sean Stout's now pulled ahead. Pointers, let's see here. I don't think they are credited with a shot on goal here in the period. Oh, Sam Ide, his stick shatters on him, and it's a 3-on-1. Fader hustling back, however, as is McKennigan. Broke that up, shot shoveled in, and Ryan Wagner with a save. And they'll clear it out here to the side of the net as Stout missed an opportunity there.
As Morales, Tom was looking for the rebound, but a really good save.
Yeah, Stevens Point, no shots on goal here in the second period. So it is a 5-0 in favor of the Blue Devils.
Yep, exactly, Tom.
13:20 to go here in the second period. They're still scoreless at Hobbs Ice Arena as well. Augsburg has scored to go over St. John's 1-0. Off the face-off, far face-off circle. Laid down now. Stevens Point digs it out. Here comes Andrew Pulias ahead. Pulias ahead. Had it picked to his pocket from behind. Harrison Stewart clears it wide to the far side. Pulias breaks on. Sends it back the other way. Pulias, Tice, and Jordan Fader is a line here now. Now centering pass coming back through. Pulias off the far wall. Took a bump but got it out. Near side. Now cycling back around. Gunnar Moore. Tice gambling after it. Moore walks in. Moore firing a shot. Blocker to side there by Ryan Wagner. They'll go behind the net. Humberstone in the far corner. Beckstead brings it out high. Perez with a shot. That goes wide to the far corner, and Harrison Stewart shoves it ahead. Pointers may have some numbers here, but it's broken up by Perez, and he'll send it back the other way. Fladell in with Beckstead on the near side. Good stick here by Jake Tice, preventing a chance, and Beckstead will flip it deep to the near corner. Harrison Stewart surveys it up, and then it goes wide to the far corner. Humberstone in there for Stevens Point. 12-10 to go here in the third. Now they fan on it. Now turnover. They'll walk in, firing a shot. Save made. Rebound. Push just wide by the Blue Devils. Oh, a prime chance. I think it was Verstegen. We'll get a whistle and a penalty call coming up here. Boy, Harrison Stewart, Sean, never quit moving his feet. Stout yanks him down. It'll be a tripping call coming up here to Matt Fladell. Stevens Point will head to the power play.
Yep, tripping call. So the Pointers off to their third Frank's Skyward power play of the night.
Face off to the left side of Tyler Masternak. Stevens Point in the first period. Just one shot on goal in 2 power play attempts. Andrew Pulias ready to take the draw. To the left side of Tyler Masternak. Near corner, a rocket here that Fletcher Anderson does a great job to hold in the zone, and it's Sherino on the far side to Anderson at the point. Fletcher now behind the net, too strong for Fader. Pulias will gather it. He'll put a backhander on it and flip it to Fader. Defender picks him up, so Sherino steps in to get it. Sherino, he will delay, now accelerates to the far side. Sherino zips it through. Here's Fletcher Anderson. They're going to give him some space. Anderson right to the side of the net. Sherino couldn't get a shot off. Hennigan wires a shot. Blocker to side by Masternak. Far corner, Pulias to Jordan Fader. Pointers on the Skyward power play with 1:20 to go. Anderson half ball on the near side. It squirts past him. Hennigan back to get it, and Fletcher Anderson just took an interference call. No call. Here comes Sherino in near side. Dawson Sherino back to the middle. Wires a shot. That ricochets wide. Far side, Pulias gets a stick on it. Back to Anderson in the far corner. Anderson, Sherino over in the far side, puts a shoulder to it. Here's Pulias. Diving effort here by the Blue Devils to try to clear it out. They can't. Now shoved beautifully by Fader. Here's Sherino. He'll get free for a shot. Splits, comes walking through and shot. Oh, what a save by Masternak with the pad on Andrew Pulias. Near corner, still loose. Anderson trying to bring it back to the point. Now holds it off. Out high to Hennigan. Hennigan sends it deep again. Here's Pulias. Backdoor shot in the goal. Jordan Fader set up on the back door. What a setup. Stevens Point on the power play. A 1-0 lead.
Was it just a matter of time, Tom? This power play was rolling from the beginning. Jordan Fader picks up the greasy goal, the senior captain. It'll be his third of the year. The Pointers have an all-important 1-0 lead at Willett Arena. That's a big one, Tom.
Boy, you talk about Tyler, all hands on deck on the power play there, Sean. Couple of physical plays. Fletcher Anderson gloves it down to hold it at the point on the near side and gets things going. Jordan Fader for the Pointers, be his third of the year. And Stevens Point out to the lead. All right, far side, poked free. Here's Stout to Stuckert on the near side. He'll wire a shot that gets the glass, far side, Dahl side. Dahl side looks to center. Now they'll walk it right in front. Thought about a wraparound. They'll jam it toward the front of the net. And Evan Junker tips it in to Ryan Wagner, who will get down and cover it up. And we'll get a whistle here with 10:23 to go.
So the Pointer goal, Tom, it'll be Jordan Fader, the senior captain, his third of the season. Mick Hennigan and Fletcher Anderson get an assist on that power play goal to give the Pointers an all-important 1-0 lead.
All right, off the face-off behind the net. Here's Stevens Point. Now turnover. Here is Stout. Bermanis fires a shot. That goes wide, comes all the way through here on the near side. Matthew falls after it on the near side. Wilson Northey wheels with it. Pointers are off sides in the play, so they couldn't go back the other way. That allows Stout to get possession of it. They'll send it in, but Harrison Stewart now wheeling, walks it around a defender. Northey with it now off the boards ahead to Bunting. Bunting trying to walk through a defender, but couldn't. Stout with a good recovery there. Bunting will get it back, and he'll hammer it into the zone. Masternak cuts it off behind the net. 9:45 to go here in the second. Stevens Point on a power play goal, a 1-0 lead. It is Evan Junker. Two defenders come hard at him. Stevens Point almost too many men. Isaac Moberg behind the net, couldn't free it up. Here's a turnover. Romatario. He dances free and lifts it to the far corner. Centering pass shoved wide there by Cody Moline. Now here's Stout. Dayakawa tips it. This will be an icing call, I believe. Yep. 9:20 to go here. They should hold off on the media timeout here, right? Because, the icing call. Sean, to say Fletcher Anderson and Andrew Poulias have been on a heater, as we said. Fletcher Anderson points in 7 straight games, 8, 3, and 11 among that thing. Andrew Poulias in 5 straight games, 3, 6, and 9 scoring wise. Can't get much better than that.
Nope.
Love to get another one here. Good muscle job here by the Pointers. Isaac Moberg right in front of the net, just missed it. Stout pokes it down again, and this will be another icing call here. Back the other way we'll go. Boy, Isaac Moberg, Sean, just took up some space, and a couple of guys digging for it, tried to come through, and nothing doing. So, face off back in the Stout end here to the left side of Tyler Masternak. Connor Witherspoon, Jake Tice, Jordan Fader. Off the face-off. Fader almost kicked it to his forehand. Hennigan holds it in. He'll flip a backhander near corner to Witherspoon. Witherspoon spun around, kicks it. Now goes behind the net. Here's Fader again. Looks to center. Tried to go to that wraparound of the backhand again, but didn't. Witherspoon now. Defender in to pick him up. Peyton Hart, but Witherspoon battling through it. Fader trying to reach in there and pick it up and poke it free. Stout, nice job here to dig that out. Kobe Keller comes away with it. Keller up ahead through center ice, lost an edge. That allows Stevens Point to get it back ahead. Here's Jordan Fader, puts the brakes on, but heard the train tracks coming and had to hold off. Stout back to get it. Now it comes through. Here is Hart in, cleared in. Now they come right in front, redirected, went just by. Jake Tice with it now. 8:20 to go here in the second. Sam Ide for Stevens Point. Ide, he'll go rink wide to Hennigan. Hennigan shoves it quickly ahead. Witherspoon just chips it in. Dawson Chirino giving chase. What, a flea in a fry pan? Is that what you call it?
A flea in a hot frying pan.
All right. Poked free in the near side. Little Coach Strong.
Oh, Coach Strong.
Yep. Our side, Brendan Boyce. Down Fladell on the near side now, still loose. Humberstone gets there for point. You'll hear from Brett Humberstone coming up. Poulias puts the brakes on, zips it through. Harrison Stewart couldn't control it cleanly. Now he'll come in, he'll wire a shot, redirected, hit the post. Far side, oh, what a tip in front of the net that was. Was that Fletcher Anderson? Here's Harrison Stewart, wires a shot, glove save made by Masternak, and he'll hang on.
Fletcher Anderson was almost right there for another deflection, but we'll let the media time out here.
We will. 7:30 to go in the second. 1-0 Stevens Point on the Pointer Sports Network.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here at Willen Arena. Second period media timeout.
Feel like I'm spinning plates. Yikes.
All right, face off to the left side of Masternak, and it is Gunrowski. Oh, turning a side shot. Where is it? Falls to the net.
Oh,
and watch out here. Falls is not around, and now Wilson Northey takes a stick. 7:25 to go here. That was a smart play by Gunrowski, Sean. He lasered one into the near corner, and it redirected right back out. And one chance, and then Falls went in after the rebound. Wilson Northey to take the face-off here. Poked free, Aromatario sends it behind the net. Wilson Northey to Falls, far side, Gunrowski. He'll send it toward the net. Net hit a body on the way through. Falls. Big reach there to drag it to the far corner. Northey able to get it. Slowed down to the play. Now they jam it in. Here's Matthew Falls. Wraparound chance. Turned aside by Masternak. Near side of Aromatario with it. Boy, you can feel the Pointers starting to swing, flex their muscle here. Falls side of the net. Now goes behind the net. He will accelerate out to the far side. Looks to leave it. Comes near side. Aromatario walks right in through. Gonrowski coming in. Masternak. Big time glove save.
What a weave the Pointers had at the top of the offensive end, and then found Nick Gonrowski all by himself right down Main Street. Good little wrist shot on goal, but Masternak with a good glove save to get the stoppage. And 6:49 remaining here in the second period. A Jordan Fader power play goal at 9:19 of the second period, the difference so far.
All right, off the face-off, far corner. Hill out high. Hennigan squirted past him. I think it fooled him a bit. Here's Mick up the middle. Hennigan near side. He's turned around by Dayakawa, but got it back. Here's Cody Moline. Defender fell down. Moline coming in, firing a shot. Masternak a save. Rebound chance by Hill up over the top of the net. Pointers jam it out high. Gunrowski near side to Ide. Ide labels a shot. Shot block here. And the Pointers recovering. Dayakawa hustling to get there. Hits off a skate. Pointers get it back. Here in the near side. Stout would have been offsides anyway, but good back check here by the Pointers. Here's Moline to the red line. Took a thump, but got it deep. 6:10 to go in the second. And a long-range pass ahead for Peyton Hart. To the middle, nobody home. Stevens Point goes D to D back in their own end. They'll put the brakes on behind the net. Humberstone. Now Humberstone almost coughed it up. Now far side. Peyton Hart coming in. A little pressure on the forecheck here from Stout. Well, you got a bad feeling about this. Is Stout able to gain possession to Boyce near side? He'll walk it in, then lost the handle on it. And he'll rattle it to the far side to Connor Witherspoon. He'll jam for it. Hart took it away and couldn't center it up ahead. Jake Tice on the near side. Can't clear it out. But then Tice, a big hit, forces it out. And sent back in off the glass deep. Under 5.5 to go in the second. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead on Jordan Fader's power play tally. Stewart waits, ahead it comes. Witherspoon, nifty move to get free, walks in, fires a shot in the goal! Connor Witherspoon! What a pass from Stewart! Witherspoon splits the D. Stevens Point, a 2-goal lead.
Unreal, Thomas. Connor Witherspoon absolutely separated the C at the offensive blue line, went forehand, backhand, dumped it into an empty net. Tyler Masternak had no chance. And the Pointers have a 2-goal lead. It'll be Witherspoon's 11th of the season. That's a big, big goal here at Willett Arena, Tom.
What vision by Harrison Stewart,
exactly.
Sean.
That's where it all started.
Wow.
Way back in the defensive end for the Pointers.
All right, near side Stout. Alex Stuckert back with it. And Point forcing another turnover. Here comes Fletcher Anderson in. Gets it to Poulias. He'll fire a shot. That's blocked. Anderson was given a rough ride here. Poulias throws a shoulder in the far corner. Stout back the other way. Fladell gets it deep. Junker hustling. Evan Junker around near side Fletcher Anderson. Pointers clear it out. Goes off the far board. Sherino. As Stout again, Sherino ends up with it. Red line on the far side, poke free for a minute. Perez has it. Now Stevens Point poking it back. And in comes Beckstead coming in. He'll wheel with it. Beckstead coming in, throws it wide of the net, far side of the net. Ryan Wagner diving out, and we'll use the paddle to drag it back in and cover it. 4:36 to go in the second. And now a collision afterwards after things cooled off here, and Evan Junker ends up down here. And all right, got to keep Got to keep your head screwed on straight here.
The Blue Devils are going to want to try to
got a two-goal lead here.
Yep, they're going to try to want to get a power play. They're going to mix things up around Ryan Wagner. Just keep things in front of you. 4:36 to go. The Pointers official scoring on their second goal of the night. Connor Witherspoon, his 11th of the season. The assist is going to go to Jake Tice at 14:43. But I would venture to say after video review on Monday, you'll see a Harrison Stewart assist added.
Shot wired through. That went wide. Wilson Northey hustling here. Sean Bunting after it. Thumps it off in the near corner. Matthew falls behind the net. Got slowed down. Northey reaches for it again. Here's a big hit. Oh, penalty call coming up here from behind. And Stevens Point after it. We'll get a whistle now here. And Matthew Falls is going to go for a cross check here. And I think got up a little high on him, I think, is what's going to draw the call here.
Cross check up in the upper back area, Tom, from behind. The call goes down, so all right. The Blue Devils will go off to their second power play of the night. On the cross check to Matthew Falls.
Eau Claire out shooting Superior 20-11, but no score at Hobbs. Of course, the winner here, winner there, next Saturday. And for all the years we heard the WIAC doesn't matter, Sean, much different story.
Oh, it matters.
Out high, here's Boyce faking a shot. Here's Beckstead. He'll walk in, wires a shot. Save made by Ryan Wagner. 4:02 to go here in the second. Face off will be to the right side here of Ryan Wagner. Jordan Fader, Connor Witherspoon. Neither of them named Dawson Chirino, Andrew Pulias, or Fletcher Anderson.
Thank you.
Getting some other scoring here. Good job by Humberstone here off the draw to get it behind the net to Harrison Stewart. Off the glass and out. Hill trying to get it, but Boyce, he can't handle it. Hill shoves him off the place, centers it. Here's Pulias, shot, Masternak, a save. Rebound is cleared out right under the throat. Back the other way comes Cullen Diakawa. Diakawa sends it deep. 3:40 to go in the period, a minute and a half on the Stevens Point power play. Harrison Stewart again. Boy, what a weekend he's had. Near side, or what a stretch run he's had here as these 7D have really started meshing together here. Boyce out high. Boyce waits. Boyce feeds it near side to Beckstead. He'll come back door, and I don't think Stout was expecting that. I think they thought he was going to tee it up, and instead it went wide. Pointers get it and send it to link to the ice. Jordan Fader goes behind the net, runs into Boyce. Wilson Northey steps in, tried to shove it to Jordan Fader. Northey giving a rough ride. Evan Junker has it now. Junker slides it. Gunrowski up ahead. Just missed Wilson Northey that time. And 45 seconds to go here in the power play for Stout. Dahlside holds things up ahead into the feet. Up ahead of Kobe Keller. He'll cycle with it. Keller into the face-off circle, walks. Pad save made there by Wagner. Rebound to the far side to Gunnar Moore. Moore out high to Heidi, and that's misplayed by the Blue Devils. Thank you. Near side, Dahlside now. He'll reverse back. Now accelerates. May have a 3-on-2 developing here, but good job by Evan Junker to make that go a bit sideways here. Now the puck behind the net. Junker reaching for it. Junker a good shoulder there to keep Stout from bringing it out in front of the net. Now they'll set it up high. It's Heidi. Heidi, far side, shot fired. Shot blocked by Wilson Northey. Konrowski after it. Far side, they'll drag it. Pointers back at full strength. Matthew Falls charging off the out of the face-off circle. Shot just wide, and it hit a skate on the way through. Another shot that goes wide. Stout a little pressure. Now another shot. Save made by Wagner. I think he tried to get a piece of it to get it up into the netting, but it got the top of the glass. Now the Pointers pile it up behind the net. Dahlside throws it in front of the net right to Gunrowski. Here's Nick Gunrowski with some space. Gunrowski fights his way to the red line. He'll flip it deep and give chase. Nick Gunrowski behind the net looks to center to Chirino. He's rubbed out there. Chirino in to pick up the puck. Into the near corner it goes. Fletcher Anderson with it now. Anderson near side turned it over, poked it free again. Stout able to clear it out. Sam Ide will blister it back in. Pointers will touch up and give chase with 1:25 to go in the middle frame. Far side into the midsection of Witherspoon. Here's Sciarrino. Sciarrino behind the net, puts the brakes on, but that's swept away nicely. Good defensive play there by Gunnar Moore. Near side. Now centering pass again. Witherspoon after it, off the glass and into the netting and out of play. So we'll get a whistle here with 1:10 to go in the period.
Tom, the Eau Claire Blue Golds have tallied as they lead 1-0 at Hobbs.
So on the board. And it looks like St. Norbert still a 2-0 lead, and Adrian a 4-2 lead in the NCHA.
Those games, the Adrian games, got to be coming down to the wire.
See if we can get this up here. Looks to be about 3.5 minutes or so to go. Yep, 4-2. Trying holding that one pretty close. All right, here's Cody Moline. Tried to center it. Stout broke that one up. Ahead it goes. Now jams through again. Sam Ide got it loose. Perez at center ice pokes it free. Hennigan, a beautiful job there. Now Cody Moline hems that one up, but a better job here by Dylan Rallis to walk through it. Rallis gets it back. He'll wire a shot. That goes high. Rebound to the side of the net. Ide, good body position here to drag it free. 40 seconds to go in the period. Moline to the far corner. He'll get possession of it. Big pile up here behind the net.
Coming up on the Blue Devils.
And we'll get a penalty here. Ryan Wagner off looking. Moline will scoop it deep and behind the net. And it's going to be Dylan Rallis.
Yep, with a hold.
Nick Gonrowski or Dawson Sciarrino.
Would not let go of Nick Hennigan, Tom.
So 28 seconds remaining. And a holding call will put Stevens Point back to the Skyward power play, their 4th of the night. That was the power play that lit the match here in the second period. Well, you could really further ignite things here if you could get a bang one here quick. Poulias, face off, left side of Masternak. Wide of Fader, got it to Sciarrino. He'll turn, centers it back up high to Anderson. 20 seconds to go. Far side walking in. Hennigan took a shot. It's blocked. Stout will get it. Kobe Keller drags it to the far corner, but the Pointers take it away from now. Keller takes it away. He's pushed off there by Fader. Watch out here. And almost a shorthanded chance. Poulias back to get it. 6 seconds to go. Fader will hold it near side to Poulias. Stevens Point will have about 1.5 minutes of a power play carryover, but a great second period here for Stevens Point. After Stout came out and outshot them out of the gate. Power play goal and another tally here for Stevens Point. A 2-0 lead here after 40 minutes. Really like the possession game of the Pointers coming through that second period.
They got to work, Tom, and it's part of the game where you start thinking, well, Stout played last weekend, the Pointers were off, and the energy just was right there. And again, when you hold the Blue Devils to icing the puck a few times down the length of the ice and you get caught on that long change, it takes a toll over the course of the 60 minutes, and really got after it on the puck possession game, got a power play goal, as well as an even strength highlight reel by Connor Witherspoon, and you're off and running to a 2-goal lead.
That it is. All right, coming up between periods here, we'll take a break. We'll get you a recap. We'll get you some scores. And Sean's Pointer profile and conversation with the junior out of Kingston, Ontario, Brett Humberstone. Semifinal game number 2. Stevens Point at 2-0 lead after 2. We'll have 1:31 of a power play to begin the third period. We'll come back and tell you about it here on the Pointers Sports Network.
Len Dudas Motors is your trusted Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealership in Stevens Point. Check out their large selection of new and used vehicles, or come in for a test drive. Ask questions about your financing, browse their inventory, or schedule the service you need to keep your vehicle running for years to come. From the time you enter the showroom, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. Len Dudas Motors, 3305 Main Street, Stevens Point.
In guys' hair, game day is every day. That's why the expert stylist at Sport Clips Haircuts study their playbooks with a fine-toothed comb.
Taylor, square face, wavy hair. What's the play?
1/8 inch mid-fade to 1-inch texture top with finishing details with a hard part and a tapered neckline, Coach.
Nice!
The Sport Clips stylists, they know no two guys are ever alike, unless they're twins. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Show off your Pointer pride with the Affinity Debit Card exclusively from U.S. Bank. The Affinity Debit Card isn't just for students. Parents, alumni, faculty, and other fans can show their spirit too. Visit usbank.com/UWSP to get your Pointer Affinity Debit Card today. Or visit the campus branch location in the Dreyfous University Center Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. U.S. Bank, the official banking partner of UW-Stevens Point.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student-athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student-athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, and well, you can't beat this atmosphere, can you?
Oh my God, yes. I was joking with the boys before the game today while they were playing sewer ball and throwing the football around. No place I'd rather be on a Saturday night in late February is this joint. It just gets hopping in the WIAC playoffs.
I hope to live for another week and be back here next Saturday with a NCAA tournament shot on the line. But 20 minutes to go here. All right, after a scoreless first period that saw Stevens Point outshoot Stout 14-12, the Blue Devils actually end up outshooting the Pointers 12-11 in that second period, Sean. So 25-24 point for the game, but the two biggest ones that matter. On the Skyward power play, Jordan Fader is third of the year from Mick Hennigan and Fletcher Anderson at 9:19 of the second period. Stevens Point a 1-0 lead. And then, boy, I tell you what, Harrison Stewart, I do not believe,
he did not get an assist.
Credit with an assist, but I wonder if it hit a defender on the way through and then to whatever it was. Jake Tice getting credit for the assist on Connor Witherspoon's 11th of the year, and that thing was a beauty. Walked right through the defense, came in, went backhand, forehand, and slid it past Tyler Masternak to give Stevens Point a 2-goal lead here heading into the final period. Again, shots on goal 25-24 in favor of the Pointers. Power play-wise, Stevens Point 1 for 4 in the Skyward power play, credited with 4 shots, and they will have a minute 31 remaining on the holding call to Dylan Rallis to begin period number 3. Stout is 0 for 2 on the power play. They're credited with 4 shots on goal. Tyler Masternak, 9 second period saves for a game total of 23. Ryan Wagner, 12 second period saves for a game total of 24. Stevens Point now 52.6% on the face-offs there. And again, Stevens Point a Skyward power play to begin period 2. All right, let's get to the other scores at Hobbs Ice Arena. I believe they have hit the second intermission here. It is a 1-0 lead for UW-Eau Claire. End of 2 periods here. And it is Leo Bacallo with the goal, his 7th of the year from Ty Reedman at 16:39. Eau Claire is outshot Superior 22-12. And they're in the same boat as the Pointers here, a lead heading to the third period after winning game 1 last night. All right, NCHA here. It looks like they are in the final seconds at Arrington Ice Arena, and the top seed Adrian is going to host the NCHA championship game next weekend. They're leading Trine 6-2. And again, that's got about 30 seconds to go here in that game. And looks like Aurora has gotten on the board. So 2 periods in the books in suburban Chicago. It is St. Norbert, a 2-1 lead over Aurora. The other games we're keeping an eye on here from out east, there's been some big ones. Hobart, the number 1 seed, a 4-0 win over Skidmore. But Sean, in the NEHC, Babson beats Norwich 4-0. So that's a team right around the Pointers and the pairwise. Endicott rallies to beat Salve Regina. And University of New England goes down to Curry 5-1. That's about the biggest other one. What is it? Amherst and Tufts are tied at 2 in overtime. And if Amherst wins that, they'll host the NESCAC finals next weekend. In the SUNYAC, they've both gone final. These are positive West favor results here for either Stevens Point or Eau Claire.
Yeah, whoever.
Either way. Oswego beats Buffalo State 4-1. Plattsburgh beats Geneseo 5-1. So the two longtime SUNYAC rivals will meet next Saturday for the championship there. Utica winning. They'll take on Nazareth in the UCHE. MASCAC semifinals will be Tuesday. Westfield at number 1 Plymouth State and Salem at Worcester State. And should also mention in the MIAC, Augsburg with 2 second-period goals lead St. John's 2-0. It will be St. Olaf at St. Scholastica tomorrow. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sean's Pointer Profile with the junior defenseman Brett Humberstone out of Kingston, Ontario. That's coming up here on the Pointer Sports Network.
Your family's safety is important. And with winter driving coming, Sherrill Tire and Service can help. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers can help with new tires and a pre-season tune-up, so your entire vehicle is winter ready. Sherrill Tire and Service, Culver, Stevens Point, Weston, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield, and Medford. And online at SherrillTire.com.
Sherrill Tire and Service. Get your car done right.
Continuing with our Pointer hockey coverage here on the Pointer Sports Network. Tonight we continue with our Pointer profiles, and it is the junior defenseman from Kingston, Ontario, Brett Humberstone. And Brett, thanks for taking the time. I know you're busy this time of day, but let's talk about your junior season so far. In the lineup, playing big minutes. Kind of feel that you're playing pretty well right now?
Yeah, no, I feel great out there. I really kind of feel like I found my role this year as a really shut down defenseman, and I'm not really letting the other opportunities or other team get many opportunities out there, and I think when I play that role, I'm playing great, and I'm going to keep doing that.
How good does that feel when, Coach Crom hits you on the shoulder and says, get out there against the number 1 forward line on the other team, knowing that there's a job to be done, and just looking back at last night, Peyton Hart, who leads Stout in scoring, Tom and I probably called his name 2 or 3 times. You guys did a good job of shutting those guys down last night.
Of course, yeah, that's our job, and whenever we can do that, we're going to give the team the best opportunity to win.
Let's talk a little bit about the regular season, how it ended. You guys had to go up to Superior and do a job, and you did a great job on Friday night getting the 2-1 win, but then I think anteed in full, right? And really, really took the life out of Superior Saturday night with a 4-0 win. When you guys are able to, pull everything together the last 3-4 games, it's got to feel pretty good. It gives you a ton of confidence coming into the playoffs.
Of course, especially beating a team like Superior. They're gritty and they're a hard-working team, and we know they're going to give it their all every night. And when we were able to take control and not retaliate to any penalties like that and really play Pointer hockey, I think we've taken our game to the next level as a team, and I think we just need to carry on doing that.
That's interesting that you say, not taking penalties, skating away from the garbage. Last weekend you watched Stout play River Falls, lots of garbage in between whistles, and they couldn't help themselves. And looking at the stats today, I think you guys are 30-40 minutes ahead of the next team in penalty minutes less, rather, number 1 in the conference. That has to be hard to play against night in and night out as your opponents, right? Coming in and knowing that you guys are going to play 5-on-5, maybe get a power play here or there and be lethal on it.
Yeah, I mean, penalties can kill you, and if you go against a team that's good on power play, then you're taking lots of penalties every game. That could end your season.
Especially now, everything's magnified, right?
Exactly. Right now, in 1-game series or 2-game series, and you might be screwed if you take that dumb penalty.
Let's talk about last night, especially the decor. You guys had a great night again. Just continue to build on what you guys have been doing the last few weeks. Overall thoughts about how you guys played and managed this quick, and I would say hard-working, gritty team as well in the Blue Devils.
Yeah, like I said, we're just playing shut down, and if anybody even makes a mistake, then we're bringing each other back together, and we're picking that guy up, and we're looking forward because we know as like a decor, we need to stick together, and no matter if there's a stupid mistake or something that might be costly, we're a team, and we need to stick together and push through that, and when we do that, then we're going to be all right.
Notice that you guys really pinched at the defensive blue line to kind of take away their speed coming into the zone. That was a big key last night. You guys, especially in the first period, really did a great job at turning them over and stuffing their game right back in their face.
Yeah, if we can stop them before they even get possession in the neutral zone, or even before, and make them dump it in every time, then they're going to have trouble on the forecheck, and hopefully not even get a forecheck if we can turn it over right away and get it back in their zone. We've been working on that lots all year, and preventing them from getting into our zone and hounding them in their zone when we can, because then it'll lead to many opportunities, and if we can get changes and the lines rolling, then it'll be great.
Then it's game on, right? With the puck possession game. Talk a little bit about what it takes to read that kind of play when you're pitching at the defensive blue line, trying to make that turnover and try to turn the play back the other way. You got to have trust in your D partner as well as the forward coming back down, right?
The big thing would be trust in the forwards and knowing they're going to be coming back and knowing they're going to be covering us if we're going on the wall. And a big thing is when we know they're tired. We know they're tired out there, and we've been buzzing for 30 seconds, 40 seconds. We know that they just want to get it out, and if we can step on a pass, and they're not going to beat us back down the ice, so we know that we're going to be able to keep it in and keep hounding them.
This defensive core, you guys have been through it all. You look down the lineup. I hate to say it, it's plug and play, but any of you guys can go in any night. There's guys not in the lineup tonight that could be starting on other teams. And you guys have all kind of grown up together, right? This is a big junior class. Talk a little bit about your D-Corps in general and how you guys have come together as a group here.
Well, I honestly haven't had a team as tight as this since way back in junior. It kind of feels the same. We had a really good team in junior, and we were the closest we've ever been, and we had like a national team, but COVID ruined that, unfortunately. But I'm starting to get the same feeling with these guys, and I guess I've had that feeling for the past 5 months now, and it's great. And
it's got to be a good feeling, right?
I know, it's amazing.
You got a big smile on your face. And that's part of the culture here, and that's what Coach Krieger's built over the last 6 years, and before that even. And you guys all have to come together and work as a unit to get to this common goal here at the end of March, right?
We got something very special here, and I think it's going to be great.
Let's talk about special teams, because I would be remiss not to talk about penalty kill and power play with you. You're big keys to both of those units. This penalty kill is lights out. Gave up a power play last night, but you still 5 power play goals for the whole season. Clearly the best penalty kill in the country. You guys are relentless out there when you're a man down. We call it a power kill. Sometimes because when we're going, we can turn the puck over in their zone and even get opportunities to score. And even the other weekend, me and Fader had a breakaway together on the penalty kill. And no, I don't know, we're just relentless out there. And when you have that against teams that don't have the best power play, it's easy to turn it over and I guess keep going. Well, and it's momentum swings at the end of the day, right? You guys kill a big penalty off, and that just builds momentum when you go 5-on-5.
Yeah, when we kill a big penalty off, whether it's a 2-minute or 5-minute even, and we're buzzing out there and we're getting opportunities on the PK. When we get back to 5-on-5, we're going balls to the wall, and
Let's finally for you, let's talk about tonight. Obviously, this is just as big as last night. A win puts you in the WIAC championship game and everything that you guys want to accomplish in front of you. Give me a couple keys for a big win and moving on to the championship game.
Of course. I guess just follow the game plan. We've been prepping for weeks now for this series, and if we just follow the game plan to a T, we won't have any issues.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Best of luck the rest of your junior year. We'll talk to you down the line, okay?
Awesome. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yep, that was Brett Humberstone, the junior defenseman from Kingston, Ontario, Canada.
By Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
Hi, back here at KB Willett Arena. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, third period coming. Big stretch here, Sean. Stout is going to want to throw the kitchen sink at the Pointers. But Stevens Point with an opportunity here with 1:31 remaining in a Skyward power play.
Yep, and that's a big power play. Fresh ice. You do all the hockey cliches. Fresh ice can move the puck better. Most of the time it doesn't work, but you like to get the offense going. If nothing else, get some positive momentum offensively going here, and just be mindful of the Blue Devils. They're going to probably start flying some wingers and flying some centers up through the neutral zone to try to create some odd man rushes and stay disciplined.
Yep.
As you like to say, 5-on-5, both hands on the wheel.
Yep.
Will lead you to a victory tonight.
10-2.
10-2, baby.
All right, set to go here. 1:31 remaining in of a Skyward power play. Off the draw, Stevens Point ahead of Fletcher Anderson. He tried to race in here. Now Dawson Chirino with it. Chirino leaves it back for Fletcher Anderson. Now to McHennigan on the near side. Hennigan back to Fletcher Anderson at center ice. Puck kind of sticking here in the water. Fader will get it. Leaves it back for Andrew Poulias. He's got to muscle it deep behind around to Chirino on the far side. 1:10 remaining on the power play. Hennigan swept it out. Chirino with it. Chirino near side to Poulias. Poulias tried to feed it ahead to Fader out of his reach off the glove of McHennigan, and Stout clears it out. Sean St. Norbert, that 2-1 lead over Aurora. Green Knights out shooting the Spartans 33-14. Woo! All right, Stevens Point with it now. Dawson Chirino got run into. Keeps possession of the puck, walks up the far boards, but send it back in front again. Can't get too cute here. Anderson now to McHennigan. Fladell charging after him with 30 seconds to go on the man advantage. Poulias now to Jordan Fader on the far side. Isaac Moberg trying to get to the front of the net here. Fader ridden out far side by Heidi. Isaac Moberg keeps it going for Stevens Point. Trickles out. Here's Poulias. Far side, Harrison Stewart back to Poulias. Up high. Poulias with a shot. Good shot block there by the Blue Devils' Matt Fladell. Stout will get it and send it the link to the ice. 10 seconds remaining. Wagner chips it ahead. Harrison Stewart with it now. 5 seconds to go on the Skyward power play. Stevens Point is offsides. That'll do it. Back to 5-on-5. Minute and a half into the third period. Stevens Point a 2-0 lead. Here comes Jordan Halverson near side. Halverson shot, big rebound left out there. Peyton Hart to the rebound. Or Dylan Rallis, excuse me, but the Pointers clear him aside of the far corner. Now out high it goes. Stout with it. Far side, long range shot deflected up into the netting and out of play. 18:08 to go in the third.
Yeah, good deflection up into the netting, and Harrison Stewart talking to the officials about a shot or slash on his hands as it comes off the ice. 18:08. I know the crazy Nescac, Tom, continues overtime in the 4-5 game.
The Jumbos.
The Jumbos in Amherst.
Yep. All right, here's Jebemiah to this side of the net. For Stout, Cullen Diakawa to Beckstead. Out high now, they ran it back around. Diakawa blew a tire behind the net. Stevens Point ahead. Now here's Matthew Falls with some space and then lost it. Well, he and Bunting had some room to move there. Stout walks it in, now picked up. Now they'll come back. Shot pushed just wide as somehow Cullen Diakawa walked through the Pointer defense. Good hit here by Wilson Northey to free it up. Falls with it off the boards right into the midsection of Noe Perez, who holds it and dumps it behind the net. Bunting gets to it on the near side. He'll charge back on the left wing. Bunting walks it through Peyton Hart. Gets the puck deep. Matthew Falls to the far side. Stout around the boards, then kicks it out from the far side. Perez with it again. He will dump it to the near corner. Giving chase, near side. Poulias waiting for it for Stevens Point. Sam Ide charging in there to try to free it up, but winning that is Brandon Connett. Connett out high on the near side. Hennigan with a huge shoulder freed it up. Comes around. Poulias will get to it on the far side for Falls. He will swat it ahead, and Stevens Point will get whistled for an icing call here. 16:54 to go here in the third. Stevens Point cannot change.
Yeah, this is a long shift for the forward group, Thomas. Lots of hands on knees here for the Pointers. This is an opportunity for the
face off to the right side of Ryan Wagner. As they'll reset here, back to 5-on-5, 16:54 to go in the third. Nick Hennigan around to Bunting. He'll just jam it on the near side. Verstegen out now. Sam Hyde ahead. Here's Andrew Poulias behind. Poulias coming in, firing a shot and a goal. Andrew Poulias, a laser beam, beats Tyler Masternak. That's a big one. Stevens Point extends the lead to 3-0.
Well, I was just watching Andrew Poulias before the face-off, Tom. Hands on knees, looked real tired, worn out from an extended shift, and he wins the face-off and then goes off to the races. He goes bar down on Masternak on the stick side in a 3-0 lead for Stevens Point. It'll be his 13th goal of the season. And that line,
this is like the
goodness.
Anything you can do, I can do better line. You know? Right?
Yes.
Fader kicks it ahead. Jordan Fader will swat it in the near side, and a whistle on it offsides. And I think Connor Witherspoon arguing a hook or some sort is what caused the offsides, but 16:37 to go. Stevens Point a 3-0 lead. And we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. Sean Aurora has scored in the third period. They are even at 2. And Augsburg still a 2-0 lead as we keep an eye on these scores in the West. Still 1-0 Eau Claire as well. Long range pass here. Peyton Hart will get there first in the far corner. He's planted by Humberstone to the side of the net. Fader given a rough ride, hops back to his feet. Nifty play off the glass to get it out. Witherspoon chasing after it. No icing call here. Witherspoon a hip check in the near corner. And it squirts free. Witherspoon right in front, but a brilliant effort there by Alex Stuckert. Or Connor Witherspoon is wheeling between the circles with no one in front of him. Near side ahead, Northey. Wilson Northey gets a piece of it. Through to the near corner. Junker shoves it around, falls on the far side. He'll stop it, kick it out. Northey hard off the far boards and out. Bunting giving chase. 15:45 to go here in the third. Big pile up here in the near side. I did not see what happened there. Beckstead now carries it in. He'll look to center it. Instead, veers back out high. Point pretty good with D-zone coverage here. Now Matthew Falls with it. He'll shove it ahead. Wilson Northey. And held in at the point. John Jebamani with it. He'll feed it half wall on the far side to Jacob Halverson. Oh boy. And this is Matthew Falls still battling to keep through. And now Stout will dump it down into the near corner. Evan Junker after it. Junker with it. He will flip it up high, far side. Wilson Northey in all alone. Northey coming. He'll reverse back, just looking for someone to center. He'll shove it to Cody Moline on the near side. Moline into the near corner. He's rubbed out by a defender. Far side, Diakawa up. Shot fired off a shin pad. Deflects to the near corner. Here's Isaac Mulberg again firing a shot. That's blocked by Jebamani up and out of play. 14:51 to go here in the third.
Good deflection. Isaac Mulberg picks up the loose puck and goes right to the net. Good shot on goal. Better defensive play. The only thing that worried me about the Green Knights, Tom, is if they could close out.
Yeah.
They've shown at times this season.
Who would have ever thought that after being invincible?
Right, especially with the 2-goal lead.
Yep. They've had like 3 or 4 of them this year that have evaporated. They didn't have 3 or 4 in 2 decades at time.
Right.
All right, here's Moline wiring a shot. That goes wide. Masternak will grab that up. You know who's getting his money's worth here tonight is Tado. I've just seen him run to the locker room again. 3 skates in the first period. A couple of other things here.
Oh, goodness.
He's earning his keep. Of course, his number 1 assistant, the mighty Braxton, helping out too. So Brax was in the stretch, the whole deal. He's in.
100%
Big game. Here's Hennigan, wires a shot. Glove save made by Masternak.
That good save by Masternak again. Aggressive as always. Keeping an eye on that game at Hobbs Ice Arena. 1-0 Eau Claire. 16-ish minutes to go in the game over there. One shot game there.
Let that thing go about a mini game with about 19 overtime.
That would be wonderful.
Poulias to take the face off here for Stevens Point. 14:33 to go. Stout lifts it out. Hennigan down on a knee. Defender dragged it through. Sierra after it on the near side. Now Flodell chips it deep. Around Fletcher Anderson. Able to clear it out on the far side. Boy, Point just content here, Sean. Get possession, clear, change. Short shifts. Now they take it away. Here's Sherino right to the side of the net, wheeling. Then took a stick up high. Now still with it in the near corner, keeps it going. Humberstone keeps it in front of him. Peyton Hart off to the races here. Harrison Stewart keeps him in front. Shot fired wide to the near side. Kobe Keller, that's a shot wide as well. Nothing in tight here. Now a backhander that goes wide. Humberstone with it off the glass and out. Up ahead, Sherino, they will say is offsides and an icing call. Pick your poison, either one. 13:45 to go.
That face-off will come back down in the defensive end here for the Pointers.
To the left side of Ryan Wagner. Looks like Eau Claire headed to the power play. Face off to the right side of Ryan Wagner. Right to him, he'll smother it and they'll reset. More importantly here, Sean, Stevens Point will get a forward change here.
Yes, exactly right.
So they'll send Fader, Tice, and Witherspoon will keep out there. So, a little line blender here.
A little bit of adjusting throughout the game, Tom, depending on the situation and what centerman Coach Krieger wants in the game.
All right, near side Humberstone. Fader clears it ahead. Jake Tice, good position here. Witherspoon walks through again. Connor Witherspoon gets pasted but got the puck deep. Tice behind the net took it away for a minute. 13.5 to go in the third. A 3-0 Stevens Point lead. Tice zips it off the far wall for Jordan Fader. Fader submarine from behind. Now keeps going here with Alex Stuckert. They're battling in the far corner. Fader with it again. It pops out free. And back the other way. Peyton Hart. Hart at center ice ahead. Kobe Keller going to walk through. Had it, lost it, and then good team defense here by the Pointers. It ends up on the stick of Harrison Stewart. Steady as she goes. They'll walk out, feed it far side. Wilson Northey lost the handle on it at the blue line on the far side. Stout was off sides here. Romatario ahead. And I'm not sure. I think he was trying to get a piece of somebody through the neutral zone, but that didn't work.
Tough call. Tough play there. And he really had nowhere to go but just kind of chip it into the neutral zone.
Jumbo is still going here, huh?
Yeah, overtime rolling out east. That conference is crazy. Just pure insanity. I was watching the Trinity Bowdoin game this morning, and that thing literally put me to sleep until the last 5 minutes of the game, where Bowdoin scored with less than a minute to go in the game and then won in overtime.
Now here's Wilson Northey for the Pointers after blocking a shot. Takes a feed back. And they get it deep, bunting out. Beckstead will intercept this. Sent deep. Romatario behind the net for Stevens Point. The Jumbos of Tufts were what? Former coach Chris Brooks' favorite nickname.
Yes.
Right? Yes. Romatario with a tripping call here, a hook, or whatever you want to call it. And this opens the door a little bit for Stout here. They'll go to the power play here with 12:16 to go. So, tripping call here. Third of the night.
Correct, my friend.
All right. Coming up on 10 minutes to go at Aurora. Still 2-2. And Augsburg now a 3-1 lead over St. John's. Poked out high. Here is Stout. Gunnar Moore goes backdoor, hit off a skate. And Stout will reset here. Boy, they're putting big old Jordan Halverson, or Jacob Halverson, right in front of the net. Shot. That hit a body. Humberstone with the shot block there. Stout will reset. They'll go behind the net, trying to come in. And Pointer bench really chattering things up here to provide some guidance. Another shot block bouncing through. That's cleared aside by Harrison Stewart. Behind the net it goes. Point unable to get possession of it here. Jake Tice with a big hit here. Stout keeps it going, though. Near side they go. Moore swinging with it. Near side, tried to center. Poke free for a minute. Comes out high. Heidi with it. He'll send it wide to the far side. Now Dahlside coming through. He'll rip another shot blocked by Humberstone. Pointer bench really getting into the kill here for the fellas. Shot fired. Save made by Ryan Wagner. Humberstone will get to it. Rattle it around. It got past Moore and out. Here's Harrison Stewart back the other way. Short-handed. Stewart puts the brakes on and then gets bumped. And still loose here on the near side. 50 to go in the man advantage for the Blue Devils. Kobe Keller walks in. Sam Ide forces him wide. It goes to the far corner. Dylan Rallis first to get there. Near side, Cullen Diakawa. Behind the net he goes to Rallis. Taken away. Flipped up near side. Hill in there to try to get it. Peyton Hart with it now. Hill got a piece of it again. Hennigan on the near side. Got walked through. They'll go behind the net. Diakawa, but Sam Ide reaches. Ties it up. Now he'll try to shove it up the near wall and get it to Hill. He does. A rocket off the far boards. Here's Poulias. Defender fell down. Poulias content to just hammer at the length of the ice. 20 seconds remaining in the Oromatario tripping call. 10.5 to go here in the third. Stevens Point a 3-0 lead. Diakawa in, near side, big hit on Rallis, but he sticks with it. Rallis along the blue line to Boyce, poke free, here's Stevens Point, and it's Gonrowski, shoves it ahead, Fader, 2-on-1 short-handed. Jordan Fader lost it, now chips it, Masternak with a save, and then Gonrowski hammers at the rebound. He'll send it deep, we're back to even 5-on-5. Coming up on 10 minutes to go here in the third. Far side, Evan Junker, a bouncing puck high off the dasher board. Tried to keep it in front of him. Stout lifts it over him, but Gonrowski back to cover his back. Here's Gonrowski cycling around, lost the handle on it, near side. Fader in there to help. And Stout sends it back deep now to Evan Junker. Junker behind the net, goes one way, fakes, comes back the other. He's into the open ice, racing ahead. Near side, Stout broke that up, almost a 2-on-1. Sira coming in, sliding effort by Gonrowski to prevent that chance. Sira behind the net, now to the far side. Yeah, this is Noe Perez. He's bodied up there by Fletcher Anderson. Perez walks through, comes in. Ryan Wagner save and covers. And we'll get a whistle here, and we should get immediate timeout. 9:29 to go in the third. Stevens Point a 3-0 lead on the Pointers Sports Network.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a Snow Pilot from Point Brewery.
WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, back here at Willett Arena, Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon. Final stages of the third period. Pointers trying to advance. WIAC Tournament. Midway through the third at Hobbs Ice Arena in Eau Claire. Still 1-0 Eau Claire. And Sean Aurora, looks like 9 minutes or so to go. Unreal. They have scored again. They lead St. Norbert 3-2. Norbert had a 2-0 lead. Yep. Wowza. All right, Isaac Moberg at Matt Dahlside.
Let's close out this 9:29, Tom. Hey?
Yep. Be right back here a week from tonight. Shot fired, a shot block in front. Hill ahead. He'll get it to Cody Moline. Moline, good job by Noe Perez on the back check, but Moline sticks with him. Behind the net, Moberg giving a rough ride, and it goes up into the netting and out of play. Boy, flat out hustle there between Isaac Moberg and Cody Moline.
Do you want to talk about body language, Tom?
Yeah.
Take a look at the bench to the right of me.
Yeah.
Just absolutely hands clapping. Coach Crom, Coach Krieger clapping hands out for that effort by Cody Moline, just to pick up the puck and get the puck deep and get it up, force the hand of the Blue Devils to play defense.
I say Cody Moline and Isaac Moberg, not the most gifted of skill guys, but
they play with
take your heart and their heart anytime. Right in front of the net, Moberg drags it in now, and a shot fired by David Hill. Took the legs out from under a defender in the process. Humberstone with it. He's going to walk right into the faceoff circle, rifle a shot. Masternak with a save.
He saw it all the way, Tom. Masternak all weekend is if he's seen the puck the whole way. Besides the Pulias goal tonight, he stopped it. So, good
I'll tell
save.
you what, regardless of what happens here tonight, Stout is going to be a force between the nets here.
Oh, 100%.
With Dawson Green, the freshman, and Masternak, a sophomore.
I believe they have 7 seniors in total, so this team is young and on the rise in the WIAC. They got to figure out how to beat the upper half of the conference now.
You just think about how many years for a long time goaltending was the issue.
Yes,
not
anymore.
Scored goals like crazy, but now Wilson Northey chasing after it for Stevens Point. McHennigan, Matthew Falls. Now right in front. Stout almost threw it in front of their own net. Bunting jams it. Shot. Save made by Masternak. A rebound here. And now, they come down on top of Wilson Northey in the crease. And Peyton Hart wants a piece of somebody here.
Wilson Northey got absolutely
That looked like a good old elbow drop.
Yeah.
He's all right.
And
they'll clear it out.
Morales actually just grabbed Wilson's jersey and pulled him out of that mess. And kind of calmed things down right away.
8:38 to go here in the third. Power play goal from Jordan Fader. Even strength goal from Connor Witherspoon and a snipe from Andrew Pulias. And Stevens Point, a 3-0 lead. Face off to the left side of Tyler Masternak. All right, side of the net. It'll go around. Pointers now out shooting Stout here, 32-27. Stout trying to charge ahead, but Gunrowski played that back well, near side. Jordan Fader tips it in onside. Masternak slows it down, dumps it near corner. Fader gets a piece of it. It squirts free for a minute, but Diakawa with it. Back the other way, he'll come with Brandon Canet. Canet in, looks to center, broken up again. Witherspoon gets to it, holds it with his skates along the boards, waits for help. And it is Jacob Halverson pounding in there now for Stout. A shot that went over the top of the net. Witherspoon with it now. Witherspoon near side. Jordan Fader lost a tire. Trenton Heidi coming in, turned aside. Stout can't get a shot off now. Chipped off the glass and out here by Jordan Fader. Not far enough for icing. 7:45 to go. Stout really flying the guys back here, trying to stretch things out. Down 3. Halverson behind the net, bodied by Humberstone. Halverson coming, far face-off circle. Shot block up into the netting and out of play. Sean, it's finally over in Amherst.
I was going to say.
And it late. Oh boy. 19:28 of overtime. Amherst scores, so they will host the NESCAC Finals as the 3 seed.
Unreal.
So it'll be Amherst and Williams, Bowdoin and Colby. Just how everybody drew it up. Jebamani tried to pinch on the near side, but Sherino poked it away from him. Dawson Sherino 2-on-0 with Anderson. Anderson coming in and doesn't get a shot off. Oh man, 2-on-0. Near side, Stevens Point, Humberstone. Far side, Harrison Stewart. He'll rattle a shot, hit off the outside of the net on the far side. Point tries to get to the rebound. With 2-on-0, somebody's got to shoot.
Please.
Ryan Wagner back to get it. 7 minutes to go here in the third. Things getting a little loose here. Pulias. He will get it, cuts it, feeds it to Anderson, far side. He will lift it up high, down close. Tried to get Sherino. He blew a tire in the near corner and crashes into the near corner. Kobe Keller back the other way. Keller, Rallis cuts in front of him. Point bench wanted it offsides. They'll let him play on. Keller to the near corner, and Hennigan got a piece of it. Now poke free. What a play here by Matthew Falls. He'll slide it up the near boards. Rallis comes away with it. Rallis coming. Shot blocked there by Pulias. And far corner. Now they try to center it. Goes to the behind the net, right in front. Shot save made by Ryan Wagner. In tight, and he'll cover that up. And Dylan Rallis in tight. You know, Sean, with all these COVID years, I'm not sure who's really a senior, and who's not a senior anymore, right?
Right.
You know, Jordan Fader and Ryan Wagner both came back along with Wilson Northey.
We know they're done.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And every program handles it different, you know?
Yep. Sean Aurora has tacked on another one. They now lead St. Norbert 4-2. Long range shot. What a save by Ryan Wagner through traffic, and then a shot lifted over the top of the net. Junker off the glass near side for Hill. Then Junker gets it. Oh, he elevates out ahead. Now here come the pointers back to the way. David Hill pulls it between his legs. Hill fires a shot. Masternak with a save, and Evan Junker now cleared out, and they hammer him into the net. 6:05 to go here in the third. So Aurora right now, Sean, with 3 in the third to erase a 2-1 deficit to lead St. Norbert 4-2 with 7 minutes to go.
That's crazy. Wow. And a single game elimination.
Yeah.
Coach Coughlin with the 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
And
3-1. Augsburg with a late lead here. 3-1 over St. John's.
Goodness.
Augsburg could still be in line to host the WIAC Championship pending tomorrow.
Yes.
Now weaving through traffic. Here comes Stout back the other way. Verstegen fires a shot. Save made by Ryan Wagner, and Brendan Boyce got caught by the red line monster right in front of the point bench. You let him know about it.
Yep.
We'll get a whistle here. 5:53 to go.
Face off will stay deep in the pointer end. Gonna stay structured here through the final 6 minutes of this game. Still keeping an eye on that game at Hobbstown. They're approaching the 6-minute mark. Eau Claire
Still 1-0, right?
game. Yep.
And again, if you're talking about the NCHA here, Sean, if you're the Pointers, you want Adrian to run away and hide with that NCHA bid. As one of the top seeds off the glass, but not out. Heidi with it. David Hill trying to poke it free. I don't think Tyler Masternak's going anywhere here, Sean, if you look at the back end. Near side and centering pass in front. Ryan Wagner fought that one off. Here's Isaac Moberg with it now. He'll get it off the near boards, plays it up. Nifty play there. Ahead he goes, David Hill in the far side. Hill hammers it deep, blocker to side by Masternak. 5:15 to go in the third. Stevens Point, a 3-0 lead. Witherspoon on the forecheck, almost poked it free. Now they'll go backhanded far side. Stout with it. Dahlside had to hold up. And now they'll say Stout is offside, so that's going to allow
free out
Brett Humberstone to just come waltzing up to the red line, and he takes a whack on the shin.
Maybe on the hand,
glove down on the far side. Now Tice knocked down, but shoves it to Fader in the near corner. Jordan Fader near side. Centering pass back through. Harrison Stewart can't hold it, so he'll restore order and go cross ice to Humberstone. Far side. Here's Jake Tice. He'll backhand it in. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Fader takes it away behind the net. Witherspoon reaching for it. Around. Tice. Far side. Stout will poke it out. They may have some numbers. Pointers hustling back with some speed. Here comes Peyton Hart. He'll fire a shot. Ooh, that snuck in on Ryan Wagner, but he'll hang on. And
Evan Junker
just took a stick in the chops. And we'll see. 4:19 to go here in the third. Well, don't count the Green Knights out yet, Sean.
Did they just tally?
They have scored. 6:09 to go there.
There's lots of time left in that one.
Yeah. Brendan Mark with a tally at the 13:45 mark. Stevens Point, a 3-0 lead. And a face-off to the left side of Ryan Wagner. Here's Dawson Chirino. Chirino charging ahead, squirts it ahead, empty net, shot and a goal! Fletcher Anderson seals the deal for the Pointers.
Why not?
On a 2-on-1, what a weekend for Fletcher Anderson. And Stevens Point now up 4-0. And Sean, Stevens Point has basically just imposed their will on the Blue Devils here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
At one point at the media timeout, they've held the Blue Devils to 2 shots on goal, and they've taken the Blue Devils' best shots here in the third period. Ryan Wagner's held strong, and you're just going to play Pointer hockey the rest of the way here with 4:10 to go in the game.
All right, 4:05 to go. Wilson Northey at center ice takes it away again. He will flip it deep. 4 minutes to go. Stout. Season on the line here. Wilson Northey again. Pointer forecheck here is dominating the Blue Devils. Now here Harrison Stewart near side slows that down, falls back with it. Stewart pokes it back up again, up the near side. Dylan Rallis comes off on a change. Boyce back to get it. The crowd really starting to get into it here. Far side. Here's Halverson. Leaves it out high. Nobody home. Stout sends it back down. Their own end. Still 1-0 Eau Claire. 3:20 to go here. Far side. Harrison Stewart. Humberstone. Around. Up near side, Jebamani will hold it in. Halverson behind the net, but Stewart gets there first. Cody Moline, he'll get some traffic. 2-on-1 with Moberg. Cody Moline now leaves it. David Hill comes, fires a shot to goal! David Hill from between the circles, no doubt about it. Stevens Point. For the 9th straight year, Sean is going to head to the WIAC title game.
Yeah, what a run the Pointers have had in the postseason in the WIAC. What a great 3-on-1 as the Pointers broke down the Blue Devils at the blue line and went off to the races. Used the last guy coming in late, David Hill. The other two go to the net, create a screen, and beat Tyler Masternak. 5-0 on David Hill's
fifth of the year. Yep. And I can't believe we got no taco chance going on yet here. Big hit on the near side. They take a icing call here. Gunrowski back to his feet. Looks like Eau Claire has just scored on a breakaway with 4:23 to go in that one. So Moline and Harrison Stewart credited with the assists on the David Hill goal. Connor Witherspoon to take the draw. Walk it in front. Fader clears it out. Aromatario. And this 2:50 can't roll off the clock soon enough. Konrowski, far corner, will hold it up. Now squirts it free for Aromatario. Fader hustling to get to it in the near corner. Near side, here's Jake Tice back the other way. He'll sweep it through a defender, tries to get free to his backhand, but can't. Now comes back in front. Jordan Fader behind the net now. Fader behind the net, looks to center. Tried to get it for Wilson Northeast. Stout with it back the other way. Caleb Ciro with it. He'll get it deep. It goes up into the roof and out of play. 2:20 to go here in the third. 5-0 the Stevens Point lead. Sean, this is very similar to the weekend at Superior.
Yes.
Thought you kind of went a workman-like win on Friday night to take advantage and then come back and seal the deal on Saturday.
And play even better.
Yeah. But from here, one and done. Mm-hmm. And you hope you're not done. Right?
Absolutely.
All right, here's Wilson Northey now. Stout with it. Cadet will get it deep. Sam Ide back to get it. 2 minutes to go here. Pile up on the far side. Falls reaching for it. Stout trying to walk out in front of the net. They'll jam it to the side of the net, and Ryan Wagner alert again.
He's been good tonight, Tom.
Yep.
And had to make some scramble saves when it counted in the first period, and then just cool as a cucumber managing it away.
All right, so Sean Augsburg has beaten St. John's 3-1. So they await the winner of St. Olaf and St. Scholastica in the WIAC championship game. And Sean, I'm going to believe that we are looking at some discussions about a penalty here in Eau Claire that looked to be behind the net. Mm-hmm. We'll see. All right, Stout with it. Sierra gets it deep in on Ryan Wagner. He'll cover it and just get a face-off with 1:31 to go here. Stevens Point going to notch win number 18. What did Chris Brooks always say about the NCAA tournament? Got to win 20 games.
Got to win,
right?
Yeah, the race to 20, we always used to call it, yep. Always.
20 wins should put you in pretty good shape, the way the pairwise works and all of that fun stuff, but that's without an automatic bid, but we'll see. Going to be very interesting to see how the pairwise numbers shake out here with what transpired out east, and Looking like a Stevens Point and an Eau Claire win here. Moline on the near side tries to poke it out. Isaac Moberg and Moline work it to get it out again. Back to Romatario. Far side, Evan Junker slides it ahead. David Hill again, just out of his reach. Moline drags it in. Pointers are off sides. They'll just ride some time here with 1:10 to go. And here's Stout coming in. Far side, they leave it back. Perez at the point on the far side to Jebamani on the near side. Hill pokes it away from him, forces him into the near corner. Under 1 minute to go here in the third. Stevens Point's going to sweep this semifinal series. Romatario off the glass, and he lifts Keller's stick to prevent him from sending it, and comes all the way back in. 40 seconds to go. Long range pass here. Harrison Stewart, a rolling puck to Brett Humberstone. Now center ice, back up. Here's Wilson Northey. Comes right in, trying to get to a backhand. Lifts it, shoulder to side by Masternak. 25 seconds to go. Harrison Stewart back to Northey in the far corner. Northey around, 20 seconds to go here. And let's see if this crowd gets to their feet here.
They should.
Which they should. Stevens Point gets control of the puck. Harrison Stewart to Humberstone. 10 seconds to go. Humberstone hammers it deep. Final seconds will tick off, and for the 9th straight year, UW Stevens Point will head to the WIAC championship game. But a much bigger pie at stake this year with an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament on the line next Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. What a good game for the Pointers.
Yep.
Took a bit of a storm from the Blue Devils in the first period and then turned it on in the second. Very reminiscent of 2 weeks ago where the Pointers really just sucked the life out of Superior.
Yep.
They did the same thing to the Blue Devils tonight.
Yep.
And they'll host the WIAC championship game.
So Eau Claire at
Saturday.
2-0 lead here in the final 3 minutes. And we shall see. Sean, we can tell you tickets will go on sale Monday morning at 8 a.m. In the University Athletic and Ticket Office and online. So again, 8 a.m. Monday morning as Stevens Point really got her going. Took full control of this one here tonight. And they get the semifinal victory here over UW-Stout. So Stout season will come to an end at 17-10-1. Stevens Point 18-5-4. And they will host the WIAC championship game here at Willett Arena a week from tonight at 7 o'clock. As the Pointers get the handshake line here, and I tell you what, Sean, Mike McDonald's got the Blue Devils going in the right direction.
Oh,
here.
100%.
Yeah.
They are set at goaltender and
structured, and all the things that
they
hadn't been doing in recent years, they're doing now. So they will shake hands. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger. Get your recap. We'll keep an eye on that St. Norbert Aurora game and final seconds as well as Eau Claire and Superior. Stevens Point off to the WIAC championship game. They beat Stout 5-0. We'll be back to tell you about it after this timeout on the Pointers Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, if supportive teammates, a great culture, and an honest shot at advancement make for a win, then you'll be victorious when you join Skyward's award-winning team. You'll help put powerful data in the hands of school leaders who serve over 7 million students around the world. Innovation, collaboration, and fun are all a part of the Skyward culture. So what are you waiting for? Apply today at skyward.com/careers and join more than 275 Pointer alumni at Skyward.
Want to get your degree and stay debt-free? With the Wisconsin Army National Guard, you can get paid to be a full-time student with their 100% tuition reimbursement program. You can join the Guard, be a part-time soldier, and earn a degree. Call Sergeant First Class Mike Parks at 920-279-7527 or visit NationalGuard.com to learn more. The Wisconsin Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of Pointers Athletics.
Snow Pilot is our winter seasonal. This beer has a tremendous body. The malt feels great. What I like is the nuttiness that it gets from the Maris Otter malt. Pistachio just comes through like you wouldn't believe. It's almost dessert-like. This is absolutely a winter beer. And if you ever have a campfire in the middle of winter, this is what you want in your glass. It's just great.
Warm up this winter with a snow pilot from Point Brewery.
The WIAC Ice Hockey Championships are brought to you by Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. Culver's congratulates the WIAC on its long history of athletic success and outstanding academic accomplishments. Over 5,000 student-athletes compete in WIAC sports, and Culver's recognizes the student-athletes of the WIAC for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence on and off the field. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions.
All right, we're back here at KB Willett Arena. Tom Weaver, Sean McMahon, joined now by the head coach of the Pointers, Tyler Krieger. And, Coach, that's how you close the series out, huh?
Yeah, that's a heck of an effort. I thought we played a pretty good first, weren't rewarded for it. And we talked before the game how this is a team that I don't think you're going to get to, die or outwill them.
Yeah.
See that until we're up by 3. I mean, that's been that was our tagline. Wanted to get up by 3 before we felt comfortable a little bit. Heck of a second period. I thought that power play goal was huge. It was 6-7 chance they had to get the clear. We kept it in, buried it, changed the momentum there, and then Spoons' goal to make it 2-0 was a big goal, I think, going into the third, and then the third period is how we close out a game for sure.
Yeah, and I think you just kind of gradually imposed your will on them. Isn't that how you did it?
Yeah, they're a heck of a team, man.
Yeah.
That's a 8 wins to 17 for them. Not a fluke. They are a good team, a good transition team. That they had their chances. 33 shots against us, 20-something last night. I mean, they have their chances. We did a good job of taking their rush away and forcing them to play that possession game.
Your forward group here is starting to get into an interesting little anything you can do, I can do better type thing. And that you love it when that's contagious, right?
Yeah, I thought Cody Moline and David Hill been struggling a little bit as of late. They both know it, and we've worked through it. And I thought they were phenomenal both games. Absolutely phenomenal. Having that line going creates another just more depth for us in that regard.
How much fun is it on the bench? We saw you and Coach Crom clapping along, just making the little plays. When this forecheck and your system is going the way it is right now, it's got to be a ton of fun with this group.
It is, man. We've come a long way, and it's a group that's been through a lot. We've had highs, we've had lows, we've lost our emotions at certain times, but I mean, we have everything going in the right direction now. Everyone's pulling on the same rope. We have trust within the locker room all the way around, and as of 4 weeks ago, I think we've really turned a corner, and this team's got a chance to make a run here.
Great crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, they were into it. They were buzzing. They were singing "Wheels on the Bus" at the end. My kid wasn't here; he would have loved that. It's his favorite song.
Yeah. All right, Eau Claire here next Saturday. A big enchilada on the line here, as opposed to win and uncertainty. A win next Saturday gets you in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we're gonna have our hands full. We've seen it before as far as we beat Eau Claire in the regular season handily, and then they come back and they're a different team. They're a different team. It's gonna be an electric arena here, and that's what we were preparing for. Is a one-game special for the last 12 months.
This was just flat out fun here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. This group is fun. When we get rolling like this in this building, it's nowhere else I'd rather be on a Saturday night.
All right, lastly for you, a good strong week of work here to get you ready for next week, right?
Yeah, 100%. We had a good 2 weeks. We're gonna ratchet it back up again. So.
All right, congratulations, sir. Well done here tonight. That's Pointers head coach Tyler Krieger at Stevens Point, and it looks like it is about to go final at Eau Claire here. 3-0 now Blue Golds with 12.8 seconds remaining. So Stevens Point at Eau Claire. Again, tickets on sale Monday at the University Athletics and ticket office, etc. online as well. As Stevens Point beats Stout here tonight 5-0. All right, our scoring recap here. And Sean, I thought Jordan Fader, as we said, really lit the match on the Skyward power play. Beautiful setup. Jordan Fader with his third of the year on the Skyward power play at 9:19, assisted by Mick Hennigan and Fletcher Anderson, was 1-0 Stevens Point. And then maybe an even better setup, Harrison Stewart, Jake Tice set up Connor Witherspoon, his 11th of the year, at 14:43 of the second period. It was 2-0 Stevens Point, and then after that, Pointers just seized control of things. Andrew Poulias is 13th of the year from Sam Ide at 3:18. Fletcher Anderson is 14th of the year and third of the weekend from Dawson Chirino at 15:49, and David Hill sealed the deal with his 5th of the year from Cody Moline at 16:56. 5-0 your final here tonight, as Stevens Point outshoots Stout 11-8 in the third period, 36-32 for the game. Power play wise, Stevens Point 1 for 4 with 4 shots credited to the power play. Stout was 0 for 3. Tyler Masternak 8 saves in the third period for a game total of 31. Ryan Wagner makes 8 third period saves for a total of 32 saves here tonight, Sean, and his 5th career shutout here for the Pointers, who close out series for the back-to-back weekends here with shutouts to really seal things off there. And Stevens Point wins 52.3% of the faceoffs here tonight. So Stevens Point improves to 18-5-4. Stout season comes to an end at 17-10-1. It is final now from Eau Claire. Eau Claire beats UW Superior 3-0. So the Pointers and the Blue Golds here next Saturday night. Pre-game coverage at 6:45. Tickets on sale Monday morning in the University box office at 8 a.m. So if you want to get here, get it in, because I think it's going to be a hot ticket in town here with an NCAA tournament bid on the line. Aurora holds on and beats St. Norbert 4-3, scoring 3 in the third period to erase a 2-1 deficit. So it'll be Aurora at Adrian for the NCHA title. And in the MIAC, it is Augsburg beating St. John's 3-1. They await the winner of St. Olaf and St. Scholastica tomorrow.
Yes.
So we'll see. See how the pairwise numbers. We've had some upsets out east, but
a wild day.
Top seeds hold serve in the west here for the most part. And we'll get it. All right, again, Stevens Point, Eau Claire, WIAC championship game next Saturday night. 6:45 our pregame coverage. Tickets on sale Monday morning at 8 a.m. Sean, we got to pick our Pointer Blue Line Club player of the game, and this will not be easy. As I think you had a heck of a weekend by Pulius, Anderson, and Sherino. Cody Moline, David Hill were fantastic here tonight, but I'm going to throw your senior goaltender out there with a shutout. 5-0 here, makes the saves. That's why he came back for games like this, steady as she goes.
Yep.
Pointer D, I thought, was good as a group as well here tonight. And Stevens Point gets a 5-0 win, so we're going to say the senior Ryan Wagner goaltender with a shutout.
Love it.
Is our Pointer player of the game.
Perfect.
All right, hope you'll join us next Saturday night. Stevens Point at Eau Claire. Trip to the NCAA tournament on the line. We'll be on the air with pregame coverage at 6:45. Again, your final score here tonight. Stevens Point sweeps the WIAC semifinals, a 5-0 win. Hope you'll join us next Saturday. For Sean McMahon, I'm Tom Weaver. Thanks for listening on the Pointers Sports Network.
This has been UW Stevens Point Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network. Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic Health System, Skyward, U.S. Bank, Century Insurance, Century World, PJ's Restaurant, Team Sherrill Companies, Subway, Stevens Point Brewery, General Beer, also by Papa John's, the National Guard, TDS Fiber, Buffalo Wild Wings, Len Dudas Motors, Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins in Stevens Point, Sport Clips, Hilltop Pub and Grill, Auto Select, Pizza Ranch, Coca-Cola, and BSN Sports Under Armour. This broadcast is an exclusive presentation of UW Stevens Point Athletics. Join us again for Pointers Hockey on the Pointers Sports Network.